Mark Menendez here with you, and I'm all aglow of the video I just filmed with Tackle Warehouse using the new Strike King Gravel Dawg crankbait in this whole cranking series. But cranking is something I've grown up all my life, being from the Kentucky Lake area. Crankbait is really important to me, so I have a good understanding about different baits. Gravel Dawg comes with two different sizes. It comes in an 8-foot diver and a 10-foot diving model, about the size of a 1.5, so it's that medium-sized diving bait that are so important and we utilize in so many situations across the country. Rocks, gravel, yes, it works well there. But the surprising attributes of this are grass and wood. The round thumb on this particular bait allows it to deflect. Biggest key I can say, deflect. Anytime you deflect a bait off of a bottom or a piece of cover, that's when the bass gets it. So the deflection characteristics of your crankbait have to be good, and then your bill shape has to be good so that it can crawl through any type of cover. The 8-foot diver, what can I say? 15-pound line, it's right there on that 8-foot depth zone, as well as the 10-foot diver, perfectly on that 15-pound in 10 feet of water. Line size, I want to use anywhere from 10 to 17 with this particular bait to adjust the depth range. The bigger the line, the shallower it will restrict my bait to dive to. Crankbait's always a bait in which you're having slashing type strikes, so I'm one to always change my hooks to some kind of a conical point hook. These are Gamakatsu number 3s round bends. They don't look like round bends right now because I've caught so darn many fish today, but those round bend hooks are fantastic as long as they're conical point hooks. Crankbait's a pretty important thing in forward facing, especially when you can control the depth. On active target, I know these baits go that deep and I can control it over a piece of cover, whether it's wood, rock, whatever it is out there, man-made or otherwise, and having that deflection capability, that bill, allows that bait to get through there and cause those fish to strike it. Reels, I've done a few little changes here on reels. I've gone to a little faster gear ratio here than normal. This reel is a 7.5 to 1, but yet it doesn't have the spool size on it, doesn't allow it to gather up as much line as normal. A 6.8, even a 5.4 to 1 gear ratio will be good, especially in cooler water. Rod lengths, I generally use longer rod lengths for making long casts to cover water. This happens to be a 6.8 because I was putting it in and around cover. Gives me a little more accuracy than a longer rod. I'm a guy that likes the moderate style action. You can get away with graphite, but I really like composite because as you become a better angler and you feel that crankbait moving like that, if that crankbait does anything out of kilter, you set the hook immediately. With composite, I don't feel that. So that crankbait can be moving along, the fish interrupt the flow of the water, then get the whole bait and the rod loads up, and then I'm aware that I have that fish. It doesn't mean I get more bites. What it means is I get better hookups with a crankbait. Keep that drag just perfect on there, because a lot of times you'll get that pull, that fish will pull off on you, and doggone it, you just lose fish on a crankbait. You can't help but not lose a few, but by using a moderate action composite rod, the right gear ratio, the right line size, and ultra sharp hooks, your Gravel Dawg is gonna catch them as good as mine does, and I promise you, that dog will hunt.